retards, and welcome back to the Magick Kool-Aid. This next segment is about a lady whose fans have been begging for a new video. Her name's Christina Martine. Alright, calm down, Christina. This is the kinder version of Omni-Eros. So let's take a look at her videos. I sense a slow downward spiral from the first video we did of hers. And she clearly needs money. Christina in Southeast Asia GoFundMe campaign. Yeah, guys, let's pay for her vacation because she doesn't have a job and can't get the money any other way. Princess Cruise. Who paid for that? I wonder who paid for that. Star Portal Musings. Love what arises. Oh, here's a good one. ChristinaMartine.com. 40% off sale on all courses. Wow. You know what? When people see that, they may think, oh, wow, 40% off? She's so generous. But when I see that, do you know what I think? That is, first off, a very high markup. If you're willing to give 40% of that away, there must not be many people paying full price for this course. Second thing is, you must really need some money. Because if you're going to give a 40% discount off on these courses, it means that you need money fast. Okay? That's what I'm taking from this. So, Christina needs money. Most likely for this Southeast Asia trip. She also had Krista Raisa as a guest, which is cracking me up. Videos with Unicorn, but let's watch this new one. Densities and Dimensions Explained. She is going to explain things that quantum physicists cannot yet explain, but she's going to explain it to us, guys. And oh, give her a thumbs down. Here we go. See how much of this we can get through. I bet it won't be much. ChristinaMartine.com. Check out the online community. Enter Thetoria.com. It's only like $5,000 to join. It's not that much. I'm just kidding. But she does charge money to join her stupid online community.
Hello, beautiful souls.
Hey.
Alia Setinenta, Christina Martine
Hey,
here.
babe.
So I wanted to make this video. This is an impromptu video, and I just was channeling all this information today about densities and dimensions, and I was researching about this because I've been writing this healing book about fifth dimensional healing, and I talk about, ETs and different beings from the fifth dimension.
I'm writing a book, guys. I'm writing a book about fifth dimensional healing, and all of the information in the book is channeled, which means don't waste your money! Okay? Don't waste your money on her book about fifth dimensional healing. She's literally telling you right now she made it all up in her own fucking head. That's what she's saying to you. I channeled all this information for my book. Give me a fucking break. Why don't you just label it fiction and call it a performance art piece, and then it'll have more fucking validity, and maybe people will have a reason to buy it then. But otherwise, you're just scamming tards, okay? So, Christina, my sympathy / psychic empathy for you disintegrates the more you sell bullshit. And I think you're going into the bullshit selling full throttle. And I have a problem with that, okay? But let's continue, and let's see how much of your bullshit sales you try to work into this video.
Out there as this person and publishes a book about fifth dimensional healing techniques. I better know my shit, and I better be able to...
I better know my shit, so I'm gonna channel really hard, and then I'm gonna channel again just to verify that the information was correct. But I'm not gonna do any actual research. Nope. All of my research consists of sitting on my ass and doing nothing at all. That's how you research a book about fifth dimensional healing.
Scientifically explain it to people, or at least break it down in a logical...
You're going to scientifically explain fifth dimensional healing based on the channeled knowledge? We're off to a rocky start here, Christina. Okay? We're off to a real rocky start. You better start talking about densities and dimensions.
So I was researching densities and dimensions, and I came across Rob Gaultier, and he's a channel. He channels like this reptilian being and
he's a full shit artist too.
And he's a pretty cool guy. I think I'm going to contact him to come on Enter Satoria to host a satsang.
Hopefully you don't charge him.
To be a guest on a satsang one day. And so I was looking into this before. Like, I was looking into densities and dimensions like years ago.
Were you channeling it or looking at internet websites?
Just obsessed with aliens, and I was obsessed with occult knowledge and everything like that. And
say 4 or 5 years ago? Alright, you know what? Everyone goes through a phase, okay? I went through a phase. A lot of people go through phases. If you've made it 5 years believing this crap, and your result currently is that you are even further entrenched in it than ever before, I don't know. Maybe you can't be helped. So either you've embraced that it's a scam, or you are full-blown fucking insane. Which is it? You know? Either is bad. But, I guess I'm leaning toward insane at this point. I mean, there are elements of scamming going on here. Let's be clear about that. Trying to get people to buy your bullshit books with channeled information. Trying to get people to fucking fundraise your vacation to Southeast Asia. Giving people 40% discounts on your fucking course. You know, there's an element of scammery. But also, I do think that maybe, just maybe, Christina is special enough to actually think that she has powers.
I had
What do you think? Let me know in the
kind of an
comments.
idea about how it worked, but then it got too confusing to me, so I just threw out density and I stuck to the word dimension. But I realize now that we're much more complex than that.
Oh, yeah.
And
I just realized after fucking multiple years, 4 or 5 years, I just realized that we are more complex than just being dimensional beings. Yeah, we're made up of fucking billions of organisms. Cells, molecules, atoms, spinning around. Everything is just fucking spinning. All of the atoms in your body are spinning. We're trapped in the middle of a giant void in outer space. We have no idea how anything exists. Yeah, life is a little more complex than just thinking about it in terms of dimensions. And I'm so happy that it took you 5 years to add the bullshit idea of densities to your argument. What a step forward. What an evolution in your disposition.
people kind of confuse the
Now
word
you can rewrite all your other shitty books and sell them again.
densities and dimensions. So I just wanted to clarify what densities and dimensions are and just break it down for you.
Yeah, tell us.
So for a long time I was really grounded, and I kind of pushed away all the...
She was literally grounded by her parents because they told her, if you keep making these videos, then you can't live with us anymore. That's probably why she needs the money.
T stuff and multidimensional stuff. But no matter what I do, it always comes back to me, and I know that it is a part of my path to teach this kind of wisdom and occult knowledge and esoteric.
Of all the purposes you can give yourself in life, giving yourself the purpose of spreading retarded shit is probably one of the lesser things that you could decide upon, okay? I suggest that maybe you give it another thought and choose a purpose that actually does help people rather than just confuses idiots.
Stuff just because it is accessible to me, and no matter how much I try to push it away, it always comes back to me. And recently I've been reading this book called The Law of One, The Raw Material. This is the first book. A client came to visit me in the physical.
That looks like a shitty
and we
ass
had a little
book, I'll tell
session,
you.
and it was really wonderful, and he actually gifted me this book.
What a gift.
And then another client in reading recently told me to read the book, and I was like, okay, universe.
I'm not sure why you're reading books. Didn't I see a video from you just a few months ago, in fact replied to it, where you said you already have all the knowledge of the universe and you don't need teachers? Are you going back on that? I mean, if you already have all the knowledge, what's the purpose of reading these books? Do you think that maybe you're a little bipolar? Do you have these crazy ups and downs? One day you feel extremely emotionally high. Everything is going right. The world is so amazing and perfect, and I just feel like I have all the knowledge in the universe today. And then the next day you're like, oh my God, my life is a fucking wreck. What am I doing? I'm humiliating myself here on the internet. I'm telling people all this crazy shit. No one is ever going to take me seriously. All of my future and past relationships are endangered by my narcissistic acting out here on YouTube. If you go through these ups and downs, then there's a solution, okay? It's called medication. You need to get some, okay? Because you are not consistent. You say one thing one day, you say another thing another day. It's up and down with you, Christina. That's what's causing this. I want you to know it's not because you're spiritually afflicted. It's because you actually need psychiatric help, okay?
To me through people, and when that happens, I always start to inquire. I start to pay attention, and I'm like, okay, I better read the book or whatever. And in the book, it's basically channeled material. It's
we know what it
material
is.
From an extraterrestrial. So the author channeled.
I want to write my own shitty book about channeled material one day. I want to have a book with Christina Martine emblazoned on the cover. Yeah, you want to be a fucking notorious scammer, huh? That's your goal in life. That's your purpose you've given yourself.
Material. And in the book, there's information about different worlds and how there's different beings and different densities and dimensions and stuff. And I was like, okay.
I read it in a book. It must be true because it was channeled by a real alien.
This keeps coming to me. The universe keeps trying to tell me something. And so I was in this very introverted
Maybe it's trying to
state
tell you
today.
that you are insane.
And I was like, why am I feeling this way? It was because I was meant to.
More evidence that this person is bipolar, okay? Some days I'm very extroverted. Some days I'm very introverted. I was trying to figure out why I was in this funky introverted state today, and I realized it was because I was meant to be depressed and sad, and that's why I'm feeling this extreme high right now. Bipolar, okay? It's a fucking personality disorder. You have it. You're exhibiting all the signs, all the symptoms. It's not healthy for you to be leading and spiritually teaching people and asking for their money at the same time. It's not healthy for anyone involved here, okay? Not even me, because I'm going to have a heart attack.
Receive this information. And I haven't felt this excited about something in a long time, so
okay.
I hope you guys enjoy this. So
I was very sad, but now I'm more excited than I felt in years, all within the span of a few hours, and it's because of spiritual afflictions.
Down densities and dimensions for you now, according to Rob Gautier, and this really makes a lot of sense to me. So
makes a lot of sense today. What about tomorrow?
This more esoteric video. I'm so nerdy right now. So in the first density, that encompasses
regurgitate the information you read from this book.
Water, earth, air, fire, and these do have a sort of consciousness.
Oh yeah.
Maybe we can't
rocks are
comprehend
conscious.
that fully, but they do have it.
Rocks really have consciousness, everybody. That'll be $500 for a signed copy of my book.
A sort of awareness, not the awareness that we have, but they do have a life to them. Molecules,
I don't know that you
water,
have much
electricity,
awareness.
and minerals. So those are all in the first density.
Maybe they're
Second
more
density
aware than you
encompasses
are.
plants and animals. Third density is humans on a lower level with not as much awareness. So the first three densities,
but you're in the fourth
have
dimension.
4 dimensions. So height, width, depth, and then time and space is together, so it's linear.
Oh my god, you're boring.
So we move on to the fourth density, and
your
that
regurgitated
is
information is
love.
making me zone out.
The way you would look at the chakras, you can correlate them to the chakras.
Yeah.
So the first density being the foundation, survival, the things that make up you, the minerals and elements that make up your physical body. The second density, plants.
I'm bailing. It's done. We're done. I bailed. I'm done. I'm finished. Finito. No more. I'm done, Christina. Okay, you're boring. Don't regurgitate information. We want to hear your own special snowflake bullshit. Don't read shit from a book to us. That's not why we watch your channel. At least not why I watch it. Alright, so we're going to move on to the next video. Make sure that you give this video a like. Alright, and I'll see you on the other side of the break.